just worked for 10 hours and I'm pretty freaking exhausted. I can stay up late tonight though, and I kind of want to do that. I don't have to go until later tomorrow, so I can stay up pretty late tonight, and it's supposed to like storm. I just want to stay up late and draw while it's rainy and stormy. We'll see how late I can stay up though, because I'm pretty flippin' tired. This is what I'm working on right now. You know, those like romance novels that our grandmas used to read that always had like Fabio on the cover and like, I don't know, like the wind was blowing through their hair and it was like a romance novel. So I'm doing kind of the same thing, but it's Mothman and Bigfoot. So I really want to get a big chunk of that done today. I haven't spent that much time on it yet, but she'll get there. I'm pretty excited about it. I don't know what I want it to be yet. Like, maybe like notebook cover. Not sure. Do you have any ideas? Let me know. I just know I want to draw it. It's on my mind. I'm drawing my intrusive thoughts. Today was an easy day at work. Like one of those like really easy days where it's like, you know, I don't need to quit. I could do this. I could just deal with it, make the money, and just deal with it. It's like, those are the days that will fully, like, kind of derail my progress a little bit. Because, like, the money I make, I'm comfortable. So, like, why risk not being comfortable? I don't know. Things just, they get rough, and then they get really, really, really rough, and then I remember why it's not worth it. I want to get new product pictures of the 2 new stickers I just got in yesterday. I have a better camera, so I can show those better now. Come over here. There we go. Isn't she cute? Oh, come on. Be good. She's cute. And then, come on. Isn't he darling? Great. Cool. I'm glad I have the better camera for that. Because, like, my phone kind of looks like crap. I've had this camera, but, like, getting the whole setup, which I don't even have the whole setup. You're on my cat tree at the moment. Procrastination is a son of a bitch. So we're working on it. So at the moment, it'll probably be like half phone, half this camera. And I'll try to use this one as much as I can. But I only have one battery for it and it's not very mobile. It's kind of huge. It's not really meant for this. I originally bought it for like photography purposes. So it's not the best for videos, but she'll do. It's better than the phone. I want to paint. I have like some pretty large ideas for paintings and finishing paintings. I've been lying to you. I have been putting studio vlogs on my videos, and I actually haven't even been in my art studio. it's a mess. It's such a mess that it's like not even workable. So honestly, the weather is really nice and it gets kind of hot up there and it's like cool breeze. So it's like not gonna be cold, not gonna be hot up there. So today would be a good day to get cleaning up there so I can paint. Cause like painting, like I can draw on my iPad downstairs, which I like to anyway, because it's like more comfortable on the couch and stuff. But to paint, I'm not painting down here. My studio is just like upstairs. It's like the entire upstairs of my house is the studio. So it's pretty big space. I just have a lot of stuff because I do a lot of crafts. I like to crochet. It's actually been over a year since I've crocheted, despite having totes and totes of yarn. Cause like I tend to know a lot of old folk. Old folk like crocheting. Old folk die. Then the family needs to find a place for the yarn. And guess who young friend still crochets and things and ends up with their super nice yarn. Like I have a pretty substantial nice collection of yarn. And I just got even more. It's not in this house, but it's not going to come into this house. It's going to stay into that other house because it's my grandma's collection and I'm probably going into that house. That's a huge future plan. So we can look forward to that together. Um, but for now, even just like a move is inevitable in the future, just don't know when. So the sooner I can get that cleaned up and taken care of, the easier it's going to be to move later on. And I'll be able to paint until then up there and not feel like I'm suffocating. So we're gonna see what it looks like up there. And like try to start at least tackling part of it to start painting this week. I don't think I'll have the time to clean it and paint today unless I like stay up super late. I don't think I will. I mean, I just have to work a night shift tomorrow and then I'm off for the next 2 days. So I could like ride it out tired and not really give a crap. So maybe I will. Maybe I will just stay up super late. Who knows? I also am a baby and will get tired at like 9 p.m. and like want to go to bed. And I have also already had an energy drink today. So like I shouldn't have another, but my husband really likes to start one. And since like they have like 200 milligrams caffeine in them, like he's like normal, like I'll drink a cup of coffee type of person for caffeine. So he like won't finish it. So I think there's one in the fridge that he started like yesterday that maybe we'll finish and just land right under that FDA 400 milligram mark. I do try not to exceed that on a daily basis. I very rarely exceed that. But um I guess while we're here, I can show you the prints on the camera too. Ooh, these are gonna look good. Come on. These are just 8x8s, but they turned out really good. These I have ordered enough to stock. These next two, these are just proofs, which I'm happy with. So we'll order the rest. I guess we'll do that today, to be honest. I don't see why not. I'm shaking. Jeez. Need to eat lunch too. I don't tend to eat on my breaks for morning shifts, so. Ooh, my hand's cramping up. Oh, come on. That's coming off a little dark. It's kind of a cloudy day and I'm using natural light, so bear with me. Yeah, they look cute. I'm excited to get those to get those ordered. I'm very excited to get those ordered. My market that I'm in is it's less than a month away. And I really didn't take off time beforehand. So we're really just going to cram as much as we can into time off, days off, and like just like parts of days like today to be ready. I took the day before off, so if I have crunch time and I have to cram, I can cram. But as far as like ordering product and having art made ordered product, like that all has to be taken care of like this week. Like this week, maybe into next week, but that all has to be taken care of like now. So that's go time. I think I'm all good though, to be honest. And I've ordered and painted everything that I had planned. So anything else will be extra, which having extra will be cool. But like I can have actual originals ready too, like smaller ones. I do have the idea to work on a larger piece, but if I can maybe paint a couple smaller ones to have for sale for this market, because I just don't think it's going to be very large. So I think larger pieces aren't going to do very well. So I maybe want to do some smaller ones, and we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to overwhelm myself. This is my first market, so I want to keep everything maintainable and manageable, and not like have extreme burnout after this, and have good insight moving forward for the next one, because this really just is like to get information and to like build insight for the next one. If I don't sell anything, like that has to be okay, because it's fully just a learning experience. So can't put too much pressure on it, but I also want to do really good. So let's get to work. Let's see what we're working with as far as money goes in the business account, to see what we can get with prints. If the funds are low at the moment, then it's fine, because like the beginning of next month I should be getting a pretty good chunk put in there, because I was supposed to go to college. I went a little bit. I went a little bit of college. I actually went to college for automotive engineering. My goal was to go for automotive engineering and design, and like work on designing cars with the people that had to work on them in mind, if that makes sense. I was young. It was like it was like stupid, because like they make cars hard to work on purpose, and I was like dumb to think that a woman in car industry was going to change that. And then my college experience itself in that industry was awful, just awful. The professor, I went to a like it was a tiny I just went to a college because like if my like I got like some scholarships for like to cover like community college and stuff. So my community college was going to be completely paid for. So the goal was to just go to community college for the 2 years and then transfer to a 4 year. But it was like a tiny community college, so there was probably 20 students in the class, max 20. Professor did not even bother learning my name. It was my name was the girl, which like fine, whatever. I got over that pretty quick. Um, there were he fully like just kind of didn't teach me anything fully. There was me, and then there was another guy in the class, and he qualified for like free notes provided by the school for the class he was in, because like I don't know, I don't know his exact circumstances. I kind of talked to him. I didn't, because like what happened was I ended up being the one to take the notes because going into an automotive class, I went in with the better GPA than the guys that were just going to go get like their what is it, ASE certifications and stuff. So their GPAs weren't good. So they obviously asked me to take the notes for this guy. But since it was like he could have just like had autism or something, and just since the school has to provide something, he probably just let somebody get paid, because I got paid to do it. During the class I got paid minimum wage for that, hourly or whatever, to just take notes. And I'm sure he would like he fully knew, he went into that knowing more about cars than probably anybody in there. Like he's like, I've been doing this with those five, like fully didn't need it, but like kind of was just like, yeah, dog, take notes, get paid. I'll write that I got notes from you, and you can give me your notes if you want to. I'm like, I will, just so we did it right, I guess, but like feel free to literally take them from my hands and put them right into the garbage. And I think he did. So um regardless, the professor put me and him together all the time, because obviously this man just thought me and this other super genius car guy just were incapable, because of whatever the school told them or whatever he saw in us, I guess. um and there were like classes where they were going over like the whole entire garage was outfitted by Snap-on tools. And the like it was stupid, because that meant that like a Snap-on rep could literally just like peddle their shit to us while we were sitting in class we paid for, which was absolutely crazy. But I get it. It's because the school got like basically a free whole get up. It was insane. It was tens of thousands of dollars worth of equipment. But there was a class where everyone was like learning how to use like the super cool Snap-on scan tools to like figure out what certain codes meant when they flash. Like when you don't go and take your car to a garage and they plug that thing in, and they can then tell you what's wrong. They were learning what those codes were telling them, so they could that was happening. um Me and I wish I remembered a name. This was almost 10 years ago. um Me and him were paired off, and instead made to do a lesson that they did weeks ago, which was like drilling at holes, just to put it simply, I suppose. Um, tapping, tapping and stuff, like bigger holes or whatever. But essentially, at the end of the day, drilling holes. Something that me and this person who has been working on cars since, before they probably could read, were drilling holes pretty much over and over and over again. And the guy didn't care, because he was just there to say he took a class for his ASC certification. He obviously knew what was happening to him too. Like he was just like, God, this fucking sucks. Like it sucks that we're paying money for this. And I'm like, I'm kind of going into this. I have a little knowledge, but like I fully expected to be able to learn. And at the time, I wasn't very good about advocating for myself. So I just kind of let it all go down like that. There was another class period where, God, what were they doing? They were changing a serpentine belt on a Ford. I don't know. It was either a Ford Explorer or a Ford Escape. We, we, while they were all practicing on that car, like how to like lift it up on those types of jacks, where to lift and things like that, like the big automatic jacks that like the big garages have and stuff. And they were fully doing like getting their hands dirty, doing garage work. Hello, how are you? um He found a tiny piece of plastic. Fantastic. Me and smart guy, because that's what he was. He was just a smart kid. All right. We move your butt. Me and smart kid had to over and over again for the entire this class period is almost 2 hours long. Had to use a floor jack, like the ones like your dad had in the garage that he would use to change his tires with, one of those that you knew how probably had to use, if you had to, you could probably use it. For the entire class period, we had to like prove to him that we could lift up the same car. It wasn't even like a different car with like a pinch weld difference or some reason why you would have to jack it up in a different place. No, it wasn't even anything like that. It was the same car over and over. Oh, just do it again. Yeah, no, it was insane. It was insane. It like I left a review because we got to like not rate my professor.com or anything like that, but we got to like actually the college gave us a paper to review them, and oh my god, I went in on that review because it was like anonymous. And then guess who didn't return for the next semester? But that also meant I didn't either because that was pretty fucking just defeating, to be treated the way that like they said I would be when I knew I don't know. I thought it would be different. But yeah, that's my college story. I went for one semester. Single semester. I did great in all my other classes though. But that's okay. I have money now. I'm not in debt. I did get a scholarship for this. I should have finished at least the 2 years that I had the scholarship for. That was free money that I wasted. That was silly of me, but hey, whatever. What can you do? But now I have an educational savings account that, if you don't use it for education, it gets deducted heavily, which sucks. But whatever. I'm starting business, so like the fuck else? Like that's the reason kids go to college is for like their careers, and someone starting a business is their career. So yeah, which that's what it's gonna look like, which is fine because the prints that I order, they literally get printed and delivered within a freaking week. Like it's so fast. Like I feel like I waited 4 days to get 25 prints, which it wasn't like a crazy amount, but like it was so quick. It was so fast. So I'm not worried about waiting until because that's like it's the 27th, and that should be happening like I think my mom said that all can go down in the first of the month. So we're fine. But we'll put that on the to-do list for the very first thing we do, the first of the month. So I need to build a display for more stickers. The one that I have is like kind of it's not jank. I need to make it cute. I just took like black foam board and glued business card holders to it, and it holds up my stickers. I just like it's kind of plain. I want it to be cuter. And that's another thing. I like did a whole booth setup just because I needed a booth photos for other applications that I was doing. And like given that I've never done like a full booth, I it's kind of empty. It's kind of sad looking. So like I feel like spending some time to like put a little bit of personality into it and like making it look a little cuter will, hopefully help. Okay. Right there. Right there. Come on. Are you going to jump? What are you doing? You going to move? I can see you're thinking about it. Here we go. I swear. What was I saying? I don't even know. I don't even know. Oh yeah, hopefully putting a little more personality into the booth will help drive some sales for the first one since I'm putting in all this effort. And that kind of sounds like the fun part. So why not do the fun part after doing all this work? So my signage needs a little bit of work. I think I have enough time to get the booth fully set up one more time beforehand with any other additions we want to add to it. And embellishments. Oh, okay. We decided that this was better. But yeah, I feel good about it. I feel good about the prints that I have now. I maybe wish I had a couple more, maybe a couple more bigger ones, but it's all right. You know, those old like romance old lady books, like those Fabio books? I'm drawing that, but instead of man and woman, it is Mothman and Lady Bigfoot. And, you know, I think it would look really good on notebooks. So like you can journal in your own, like you can write whatever you want in there, you know? We'll see. I don't know. I just kind of had the idea. I was drawing it and I'm like, what am I even gonna do with this, to be honest? And then I kind of I would want a notebook with that on it. So I've never made notebooks before, so I don't think I have a month is enough time to get this piece done. Cause like I'm a pretty slow artist. I'm pretty slow. Like I work slowly. I get really, really, really hyper focused on the details. So I'm not gonna put the pressure on myself to get a whole notebook idea done. Not the idea, but like to get a whole entire like piece of art finished and find a distributor or like a, you know, a manufacturer for them that's like, you know, gonna be good for a small operation like me. I'm not gonna be able to get something that's like, you know, I can get it, but it's gonna print 500 of them. I can't store 500 of them, nor can I afford to just like let's get 500 of these and let's maybe see if people like them, even though I like them. But I digress. But if I don't paint today, that's probably what I'll work on, just because I'm liking doing it. Or maybe I'll make an ashtray or two, because that honestly, I could get a couple of those finished, but I don't have a display or anything for them. So if I work on those, maybe I'll have like a journal out and like kind of jot down display ideas for them that maybe could also like be decor, because like they are decor. So maybe have like a decor setup as with those incorporated. Maybe, I don't know, I should write this down. I don't know, my juices are a flowing, so I'm gonna get to work, I guess. So because I can't order the prints, but we know how much money we have in the account now, so that's good. Which is probably good not to be that low, because I have some like reoccurring ones that come out of there. So I should probably, let's do that actually. I'm gonna pop some money. Pop some money over. Let's do, well, let's do $65. Because I don't think any of my reoccurring expenses are crazy. My Lightroom is kind of crazy. I think that'll put me in a pretty okay spot. I have a painting that's like 40% done. And like I think the reason why I never finished it was because I didn't like the background of it. And I was like walking past it the other day and I kind of just was like, I don't know. I was like feeling a lot of feelings that day. I had just gotten done talking to my husband about like grief and, you know, so it was on the mind. And I kind of just, I had some ideas click about like what I could do with the background of that painting. That painting's original, like, message meaning reason why I started it, like, didn't, associate with grief. They were like negative feelings, but I mean, I started a long time ago. I kind of talked through the negative feelings I was having with my therapist, and like, you know, I'm not really, that's the problem with like when a piece takes a really long time to make, is like if you've worked through the feelings that like don't resonate anymore, you kind of lose the motivation to finish it unless it's like looking really good and it's like almost done. But I kind of think I could put this piece in a new direction to get it finished. That's actually kind of motivating me to get it done. So that's what I'm doing now. I need to like maybe sketch and actually plan the background so I can maybe finish it semi quickly. I have a show in a month. So if I can get this done before then and sealed and stuff, I can include it. I don't think I can get prints done before then. I don't know. We'll see. I have a big chunk of time off coming up before then, so maybe. I don't know. We'll manifest something, I suppose. But yeah, I really want to paint, so we're gonna plan to paint. Okay, so I have a very rough sketch of what the painting kind of looks like. It's upstairs. I swear at some point in this video you'll see what the painting looks like. Very rough idea sketch of kind of what I had. So like, I doubt you can see it. There's like person stuck in box almost. This is the background that I did here. Kind of like that back, like, because it's like right now it looks like a wall. And I kind of want the wall to be like eyes coming out of it, right? Eyeballs are kind of weird, crazy eyeballs, right? they're all just kind of crying. And the box we already have a person in is filling up with water. What's gonna happen? No, I love painting eyes. So like painting like 10 to do the background sounds like actual like fun. We'll see how I feel by the time I finish like 2 or 3. So no, I'm excited.